Hey everyone, I'm KCPHAM. Welcome back to Realtique channel. I know your time is precious, so today I'm going to break down 5 proven ways to ensure every real estate you make in Vietnam make profit, no losses. And guess what? It's all coming your way in just 8 minutes. In each strategy I share, you will not just only uncover the key triggers of the property price roll, but you will also get the crystal clear timeline for when you can expect your investment to start paying off. But I'm not talking theory here. I'm going to show you real-life example for every point. We'll dive deep into the hottest factors boosting property prices right now, like the game-changing Ring Road 3, Long Thanh International Airport, and spotlight developments like Vinhomes, Run Park, and Urban Green in Ho Chi Minh City. After watching this video, you walk away knowing exactly how to invest smartly in Vietnam, whether it's in Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, or any booming area. With this tip, it's no losses, just pure profit. And I'll take you on site to show you real examples of successful investors who are using these proven strategies. So, are you ready to make the most out of your investment in Vietnam? Let's dive in. Strategy number 1, and believe me, this is the most crucial strategy to avoid any losses in real estate investment in Vietnam. If you take this in, you will be already ahead of the game. The key to knowing whether a property will generate profit is simple. You need to understand who the end user is. This means identifying exactly who's going to buy your property when you decide to sell or who's going to rent it. Knowing your buyer or tenant is a secret sauce to success. Now there are several ways to gather this information. You can ask your trusted agents. Search online to see if there is a high demand for renting or buying in that area. But in my experience, the best way to really know the potential is to look at the actual people living and working nearby. Who's already there? What kind of lifestyle do they lead? What kind of homes are they renting or buying? Take this plot of land as an example. It's currently priced at just $40,000 US. But after investigating, we discovered that the majority of residents here work in the nearby industrial zones, which means homes like this are in high demand for rental. In fact, the rental yield is around $900 per month. It's roughly 4 to 5%. A solid rental yield, right? So what does this tell us? The housing need is strong, and more importantly, the end users are clear. People are living, working, and needing homes here. You can see your future buyer or tenant. And that's the foundation of a profitable investment, knowing who will ultimately want your property. Strategy 2. Let's talk about the story of this land, because history never lies. Looking at the same land plot as our example, we can actually track the price increase over time. And this is where things get interesting. Just 6 months ago, this plot was selling for $26,000 US. Fast forward to today, and it's now $40,000 US. That's a huge jump in just half a year. And why did that happen? It's all thanks to key infrastructure projects like Ring Road 3 and, more importantly, the development of Long Thanh International Airport, which is only about 10 kilometers away. The history of the price roll here is a reflection of the real estate market dynamics, and it brings us straight into the strategy 3, the power of infrastructure upgrades. Back to our example, we have established who the end users are. The next big factor driving price appreciation is location and connectivity. This area is becoming a prime spot with huge infrastructure projects set to transform its accessibility. Ring Road 3 is going to connect this location to District 7 in Ho Chi Minh City, making it easier for people to commute and businesses to flourish. And don't forget this highway, which will connect directly to Long Thanh International Airport in just 20 minutes. So why does this matter? Because land prices in Ho Chi Minh City are already skyrocketing, and once these infrastructure upgrades are in place by 2027 for Ring Road 3 and 2030 for Long Thanh International Airport, this area is going to explode in demand. We are not talking about small gains here. Once everything is connected and the infrastructure is complete, you are looking at the potential for your property values to double or even triple in value. That's not just 20% to 30% appreciation. We are talking about 2 times or even 3 times returns. And that's why understanding infrastructure upgrades is key to making profitable real estate investment. Strategy number 4. Now, this is where you need to put a bit of homework, whether it's researching development plans or listening to the whispers of the little birds. You will gather valuable information of what's coming next. It's often these insider tips that reveal where the next big developments are happening. Take this land plot for example. We heard rumors that Gamuda Land is planning a project right across the street. And do you know the price of their upcoming townhouses? Around $400,000 US. Now let's look back at our land, which is only $40,000 US. That's a 10 times difference in price. When we compare this to other options in the area, there's nothing quite like it. To find similar land, you have to go even further out, whether the streets are narrower or the amenities are lacking and the overall value just isn't the same. This gives us a crucial insight. The future supply in this area is limited. There simply won't be enough new developments to meet the growing demand, especially when the current infrastructure is bringing in more end users. With fewer properties available to meet these housing needs, this makes the existing land only can go up, making your investment even more valuable in the long run. Strategy number 5, last but definitely not least. Here's the reality. The new law is, in many ways, restricting real estate developers by allowing them to own only land designated for residential purposes. And here's the kicker. Each individual can only own up to 400 square meters of residential land. Now think about it. How can a developer build anything sustainable for just 400 square meters? It's like trying to build a skyscraper on a postage stamp. This limitation explains why we've seen a surge in real estate mergers and acquisitions M&A throughout 2024. Major players like Capital Land are selling off large residential land holdings to other developers, while giants like Capital Land are scooping up enormous plots from Vingroup in Hanoi. Here's the key point. These land parcels were acquired before the new law was introduced, back when developers were still allowed to own land that could be converted into residential purposes. Now that those days are gone, the future supply of residential land will be even more restricted. So what does this mean to you as an investor? It's simple. The price will continue to rise and supply will dwindle, creating an inevitable upward pressure on prices. We are entering a phase where the imbalance between high demand and limited supply will only push real estate prices higher and higher. So if you are looking for future-proof investment, Vietnam's real estate market is showing all the signs of limited supply and soaring prices. Now is the time to act before these regulatory changes create an even tighter squeeze on the market. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end, and congratulations on completing these 5 powerful strategies. You are one step closer to mastering the real estate investment in Vietnam. If you have a few extra minutes, I highly recommend giving this video another listen. It's packed with valuable insights and I don't want you to miss a single detail. After all, it's only 8 minutes long. By following these tips, I guarantee you will elevate your real estate investment game here in Vietnam. And guess what? I got a video coming up next with a property that matches all of these proven strategies available for you. Just list it so you can make the most out of it. So don't forget to smash that like button and the subscribe button to stay updated with my latest content. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next clip. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Can't wait.